Been a long week. Alright, this goes to the box. Alright, I need to get the box up here. We are going to test the 2x12 box. Ready and tested. Well, ready and ready to be tested. It's all done and tuned to absolute perfection. I missed that. Good thing I looked. Like, wait a minute, why isn't the driver working? Not hooked up. Hee hee. I want to take a quick overview of everything before I get into just make sure everything is the way it should be before I start powering stuff up. I always do that. So we got two 2879Cs for a driver, this one here, driving the rest of the 12 here and here. So you got about 425 watts peak drive driving all of this, which isn't too much. It's perfect, actually. For a 12 pill, it's what you want. I put all my tools in my bag, didn't I? Yep. Perfect. All right. Oh. Yeah. I gotta connect this to that. Stuff you don't do on cam, but it's no big deal. It's just taking the input and putting it to the output of the driver. And here, out. Everything else is good. Everything else is connected properly. Yeah. All right. Oh, the only thing I didn't put in here yet, the sideband delay. I'll do that after I get done testing the box. I'll do that off cam, no big deal. Oh, this is gonna be fun. why I have washers on everything. Where is everything? This it? No, that's for that, I think. Yeah, it's not for this. Had a wrench for this power supply. Do not know where it went to. Maybe it's this one. Yep, it's this one. That's all nice and tight. No. I did not get a chance to go to ICA when I was in New Jersey to grab anything because I need to get my butt home Sunday and didn't have a chance to stop by. But had a great time at the get together. I'm sure a lot of you guys saw a lot of the pictures and stuff online. Where in the hell is it jumping? There it is on the floor. But what I will do is I will go to the store and I will get you some new black tape and I'll tape this over. But for everything being as planned and this and that and everything, you're all good. Would it hurt anything if I left it like this? No. It just makes it look a little bit nicer. Nice and tight there. Come on. This is a 1/2 inch freaking. There. What's going on? Actually, I should bring this up some because the connector's got to go on the back. There. There, that's nice and tight. Okay, the one from the radio goes to the input side of the box. The one that's going out to the 16 pill, which I'm not going to have turned on. The other side of the 16 pill has the FSJ4 for output to the input output of the 16 to the input of the bird meters. So that's perfect. Gotta go turn on the breaker for a power supply. Powering stuff on here. Power up the radio. That's on channel 6. Okay. Go to channel 4. I got it slamming signals on 6. So instead of playing with those guys, hello, test, test, test. Hello, test, test, test. Oh, test, test. All right. So let's see how we do with this. Go to 13.8. All right, 13.9. I don't like to see 13.8. Amp clamp. We need to put that over this. Yeah, I know. DC. We're going to put on a 400 amp scale because we're doing over 40 amp draw. I know we are. Turn the box on. Uh-oh. Something happened. Cap. 0.1s. That's what happened. Pills are good. I hope. And one of the 0.1s let loose. Okay, well, I made a boo-boo somewhere. And I gotta fix it. So, yeah, that was a cap that let go. Not one of these electrolytic caps. One of these little 0.1s. It just opened up from the top and said, nope. So we blew something up today. All right. The other one I'll leave in there. See, the other thing is that the relay was keying. Why was the relay keying when I turned the box on? It's probably one of those really stupid things that that didn't get hot. Okay. Yeah, I know you're here. All right, I'll turn you off for a minute. Yeah, this goes directly to here. This goes to the middle pin of the variable. Goes to here, this goes to here. Just making sure that all my connections are good. Like every single one of them. Well, 10 ohms look good. There's no issues with those. Nothing wrong with that. That's fine. Turn the power on. Keys. Might want to do that. Power goes to the middle part of the switch. Relay goes to the bottom part of the switch. Yeah, see? Relay is still king. Why? I shouldn't be doing that. Out of the radio, into the input of the box, out of the amplifier, going directly into the 16 coil of box. something I am not figuring out here. What is it? I know the switch works. Why do we have relay engaged on when we turn the AC or the DC switch on? That shouldn't happen. It's fine when it's off. I turn it on. The keys. Not supposed to do that. Wait a minute. Found it. Found it. King circuit was in backwards. Funny how that works. Just goes to show that there's nobody perfect, but I did find the problem. Took me a minute, but I found it. Alright. This is why we test everything. Make sure you don't send it to the customer and this happens at his house. Test it here. Make sure everything's good here. There's a problem, fix it here. Alright. I put in the don't need volume on for the big radio. How many guys saw this mistake? 6? 8? Man, this is gonna get around. And power, turn around, put a king circuit in backwards. We couldn't figure it out for about 10 minutes. Yeah, well, you know, it happens. The good part about it, no pills pop. It's like, wait a minute, that tab on the keying circuit, I think that's for ground. Look at a reference. Yeah, it's for ground. Where's the one on the box looking at? It's looking straight up. Nope, can't have that. Diode black thing goes up. That thing goes down. Okay, cool. Now I need to get my tools back out of the bag. Which I did not bring to New Jersey because I did not need them. They wanted to hijack me like for a week. I'm like, I really gotta go. I got like personal stuff here I gotta take care of home. Actually, that's fine. Don't need that. I just need to put this back in here. There's a lot easier way for me to do this. I could do it, but I'm gonna have to wait. Now I bet the problem will go away. Yeah. I bet you it will too. Now that the king circuit's in properly. Look at that. Not keying anymore. Okay. Now that I verified that I fixed that, I'll put this cat back in. Come on. Okay. All right, now it's not keying anymore when I turn the box on. 13.9, turn the box on, no key. Turn this back on, go to DC. Hail. Hail. What's going on here? Hello. 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 Reflect on this thing on a 25-watt slug don't even move. That's a good sign. Well, this is only a 20-watt peak Cobra 2000 driving it. Turn the variable power up a bit. Hello. Audio test. Hello. Amps. Hello, test, audio, test. Yes, I'm touching this while I'm keying. Why? I want to make sure nothing's getting hot, and that's why. Hello, test, audio. If I bring it up to 15 volts, that's not going to make a whole big difference at all. Everything is connected. Everything is flawlessly tuned. You know what? We're going to get off the 2000. We're going to put something in here a little bit bigger. So turn that off, turn this off. I mean, it'll go there, but not where I want it to go. I'm gonna get up on this table. I get the coax out of the 2000. All right. We're going to use this radio instead. Cobra 25, it's an AM FM radio. That is variable power. Hello, test. Turn the other way to 25-watt slug. Hello, radio, audio, tele. Hello. About 5-watt talking. Average. Dead key. Down 0. 2.5 watt dead key. Alright, we'll start a 2.5 watt dead key. Hello. Almost 5 watts stop. That's on 19. We need to get off of 19. Get back to 4. Hello. Test. Hello. The radio itself is pulling 1.2 amps. Radio audio, test. Oops. Trying to flip the opposite direction. Radio, test. Hello. Hello, radio audio, test. Here we go. Hello, radio audio, test. Alright, we're seeing about 2,000 peak out of this. That's better. Hello, radio audio, test, audio. About 125 amps draw. That's not a 5,000 watt flood. Hello, radio audio, test, hello. Oh, 25 watts reflex. That's the antenna. Alright, let me try something different. Let me see if I take this off of here. And make it a little less. That's a little bit of padding there. I know I got one. Something a little bit less. I'll give him this anyway, just in case if he wants to have more of a padding. But this thing should be doing like 3,000 feet. Easy. Close to it. Son of a bitch. Good thing that was capped. Hello, radio audio, test, hello. Alright, got a little bit more than 2,000 now. Hello, radio. Son I'm just not having a good day. That just pulled the radio onto the camera and the camera onto the floor. It's just, oh man. I'm gonna get this a little bit better organized here. Alright, I'll put the radio here. Fix the phone like here. Oh, Jesus. So we're pulling more amps. Hello, about 162. Hello. Doing about 2200 peak. Yeah. Hello. And the reflect came down. Interesting. More output, less reflect, more amperage drop. Alright, let's go back to 14 volts. Back to DC. Hello. Audio. Not much of a change. Radio, audio, test. Alright. Let's put you up here on the meters. Flip you around. Alright, so this is the watt meter with a 5,000 watt slug in. See what the battery is on this. Oh, it's 100%. We're good. Radio, audio, test. Hello. Average. Now there's a 5,000 watt slug, so we're looking at the middle. Hello, radio, audio, hello. It's not quite there. Average is not quite there. Why? The HG pills are filtered. That's why. You're not seeing all that additional harmonics. Put a little bit of dead key in here. Radio, audio, test. It's too much. Radio, audio, hello. Radio, audio, test. Audio. About 2200 watts peak. And this is getting warm, so let me cool this off. And while it's cooling off, try to figure out why it's pulling some juice, not all the juice, but it's pulling some juice. That's done. There's no imbalances in here. No resistors are frying. None of the negative feedback resistors are hot. Not even the electrolytic caps are hot.
Well, maybe a little warm. But they're 50-volt rated. They're fine. And there's no fans blowing on this right now, so it's going to get warm. Oh. Everything on my bench for some reason likes to read low, and I mean everything. Turn the box off. Variable all the way open? Yeah, variable's all the way open. With something to do with nothing working properly, there would be more than a 2-watt imbalance, and these resistors would be frying. So that's not it. But I do gotta go through this with a fine-tooth comb. You guys don't need to be on video for all of that, because it could be very, very boring and very, very time consuming. For you guys. For me, it's like, find the problem. Doing 2,000 watts peak, not even 500 bird. Does that make any sense? No, it doesn't. No, it does not. Alright, well, we're at 14 volts. We're going to leave it at that for now. I'm going to start going through this with a fine-tooth comb and trying to figure out what's going on with this. We should be seeing another 1,000 watts peak out of this, or at least 750 peak out of it. And I got to figure out why it's not doing that. Because a 12 pill should do about 3,000 watts peak. And about 900 to 1,200 watts bird. But that's with C's. With HGs, I've got these all filtered out too, so all that additional harmonics you would normally see, you're not gonna see. So maybe just because I filtered all the harmonics out, this is what you're gonna see. There's that possibility. Yeah, and if you upgrade it from 2879 HGs to Cs, tuning wouldn't have to change. Just replace the pills, replace the output tuning caps, take the filtering off, replace the input caps. It'd be a couple bucks. Don't think he wants me to do that. So let me go through this with a fine-tooth comb, see if I find out, if anything, and then I will come back with you on a video for results. Okay? Alright, thanks for watching, appreciate it. This is a 2x12, 2600 watts. Well, yeah, well, these are filtered. This is taking all the harmonics out of the HG pills because they're really harmonic-y pills. So I'm taking all the harmonics out. So now it's doing less peak, less average, a whole lot less average. I'm going to find out why. I know it's not because of the tuning. I know it's not because of the 2-pill stage. I think it's just because of the damn pills. That's what I think. They're just HG pills. And that's what they do. So let's see if I can't figure out something else other than that problem. Could be something else on my end I didn't look at or something. I don't know. I will figure it out and get back to you guys. 2600. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice to see 2600 out of this, but don't look like I'm going to do it. If I take the filtering off the box, I guarantee you I'll see 3000 easy. But if I keep the filtering on, no. I mean, you won't be seeing actual watts, you'll be seeing a shitload of harmonic watts that are not there. So yeah, you can be seeing, 2500, 3000 watts, sure, but is it really there? No. It's down to here. And it's clean. New HC pills like a lower puff on output. No. Tried that. That didn't work. I'm also using a 2-inch, half-inch diameter output transformer. I'm not using the Dave made transformers. Those don't seem to work very well for these pills. So I'll figure it out now that it's cooled off a little bit. I know when the boxes heat up, it'll do a little less. Hello, radio, audio, test, test, test. Hello, radio. It's 2200. That's 2200 on 14 volt. We go to 15 volt. That's 15 volt there. Hello, radio, audio, test, test, test. Audio, radio. Hello, radio, check. Break, break, break. Not too much of a dead key. Hello. Yeah. I think that's because of the filtering on the box. And this is tuned to absolute perfection. This is tuned to 1.01 or 1.002 or something like that. It's tuned to perfection. Input and output. Took pictures and sent them to the customer. And took pictures and sent them to the customer. The bypass tuning, that's 1.03, something like that. So we got pictures of that too. So he's good with that. All right, let me unfilter this thing and see what happens. Didn't want to do it that way, but we'll see. I'll pull the filtering and see what happens. I mean, it tunes better with the filtering. I mean, the whole entire 2-pill stage tunes better with the filtering. I take the filtering off. No. I know what's going to happen. Just the way it is. I mean, it'll do 2300 watt peak. Clean. No bullshit harmonics. And 1.01, 1.005, whatever it is for the input and output tuning, the customer knows. I sent it to him. He's got the pictures. He knows. I didn't hurt anything when I keyed the box with the keying transistor being upside down. That I know for a fact. I didn't hurt anything. If I did, something would have blown up by now. Something would have blown up by now. No, I max tuned the 2-pill before I turned around and started redoing all this. I did that on the other box that I've got back here. HG box. What I could do though, I don't know. I'm just sit and think about it. All right, thank you for watching, guys. I'll catch you later.
What do you say? 200 puffed output transformers.
Yeah, that I know where everything's supposed to be. Don't worry. I know you're trying to help, but I know where everything's supposed to be on these things. So, all right. I'll figure this out. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'll be back.